Neither Jennifer or Bryan had ever considered themselves to be new house people. Both antique admirers and vintage collectors, they had wanted to remain in their 70s built home with its hard woods and charm. Yet fate had another plan. Roa was born with cerebral palsy and needed a barrier-free home. So on to building a new house. But with so many steps, where do you start? They decided to call a company that had experience building accessible homes for people with disabilities. The home builder offered building and design options to accommodate special needs residents and families. He was also able to help guide them through the maze of financial funding with medical assistance. So let's take a closer look at the considerations the Thayers took on their new barrier-free home. First of all, consider building on a level lot.
Well, first of all, we start out with the lot. Lot's very important because that ideally, what we're looking for is the accessibility from the outside to the inside of the home. So we're typically going to be looking at it as flat as possible, or if it's not completely flat, ways in order to modify that in order to get that complete accessibility.
Have a wide entryway. Think about where to store the wheelchair for easy access.
We started with the entryway. You can see it's very wide, it's very long, it can accommodate Roa coming in his wheelchair, us getting him in a jacket or out of a jacket. And then we have plenty of room to store his equipment, including his wheelchair, which we have one stored right here.
Avoid erecting walls between the kitchen, dining, and living spaces. And consider a mobile island in the kitchen.
And then to continue up in concept into the main part of the house, you can see there's no walls between the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room. It's all one big space.
I can just talk to him and he doesn't feel like I'm not with him. And that was always a stressor with Roa in our other house, because if I was working in the kitchen, he would be in the other room and he knew that I wasn't right there. So it's really nice to just be together in this big space.
When we were looking to build, we wanted a wood floor, and the people sell floors said you're going to hate having a wood floor with a wheelchair. They recommended this. It's got a great, it looks like wood, it feels like wood. The nice thing is it's very durable, and if we do get a scratch or a gouge in it, we can pull up individual planks and replace that one plank and not have to worry, not have a huge replacement cost.
So consider vinyl plank flooring wherever possible. Individual planks can easily be replaced if damaged. And while we're on the topic, be aware that tiling rooms may require subfloor, changing the height of the room, resulting in transitional thresholds that require more work for the wheelchair user. 8-foot large patio doors allow pleasing views of the outside, as well as easy access. Special-made transitional ramps at the exit doors work well and blend in with the flooring. Security system notifies parents when a door opens and which door. Special beefed-up floor joists were installed to accommodate a wheelchair lift to be installed later.
Over here in this area, we pre-engineered for a platform lift. It's not an elevator. It's a open elevator. So when they come in to put in that platform lift, they can cut it out and not affect the structural integrity of the rest of the floor. And then down here on the bottom, they blocked out some concrete and just filled it with foam insulation for now. So when the lift comes down, it'll basically recess into the concrete floor and have a smooth transition from the floor to the lift.
The use of pocket doors will help keep many rooms barrier-free.
A pocket door is something that not a lot of people think about, but for an accessible house, it's great to have because you have the privacy with the door, but you don't have the cumbersome of a swinging door. It slides out of the way, and it's basically becomes an open arch.
Keeping the laundry on the main level allows you to be closer to your child.
When Roa's in the other room, you don't have to be separated from them by a floor. You're running up and down the stairs to change out laundry. And this goes into the garage, so again, another area for dressing him or putting on coats, taking off coats, and so forth.
The ramp from the garage to the house is sloped at 1 inch per foot, so this ramp is 14 feet. The top platform is 42 by 42, enough room to turn around. The garage floors have a 5-inch pitch, allowing the floor drains to be utilized in the winter, keeping the wheelchair wheels dry. Hallway widths should be at least 3.5 feet, making them wider than a standard hallway and leaving plenty of room for wheelchair access. This bathroom includes a roll-under sink and a 5-foot by 5-foot shower with no barriers. This allows plenty of room for a caretaker. The removable shower head is a plus. This house has been engineered with a rail system in mind. Reinforced supports and access above the doors are in place in case a rail system is added at a later date. You can avoid a lot of problems by making sure that communication is open between your architect and your construction supervisor.
I guess one regret would be not sitting down with the architect themselves. We did everything through the builder, so we'd communicate to the builder and he'd communicate to the architect, and sometimes that led to miscommunications, things that got missed on the final plan that we didn't catch until construction then. So I think we probably could have saved a couple of weeks worth of time just by sitting down with the architect for a few hours.
Consider leaving concrete floors alone with the addition of in-floor heat. This will make wheelchair mobility much easier.
We don't plan on putting carpeting down. We plan on doing a polished stained cement floor and with area rugs. But because Roa spends so much time in contact with the floor and he needs smooth surfaces, we thought having a heated floor without any carpeting on it would be the best for him.
In closing, the Thayers have some important advice for you if you're going to be building a home for a family with needs. Number 1, accept the motto, disability before desire. It makes the process a little more real instead of a pricey fantasy. Number 2, when choosing your location, consider the long term. Is this the terrain that a manual chair, power chair, walker, or canes can maneuver? Is this the neighborhood where you feel supported and accepted? Number 3, choose a builder who understands. One who has done this before and isn't overly pushy or in an already stressful venture. Number 4, look beyond the for sale signs. Sometimes the perfect lot is just an empty piece of land somewhere that someone isn't using. You just never know. Number 5, be flexible on your timeline. Yes, there are leases to sign, school days, summer days to consider, but this isn't a perfect process, and things sometimes don't go as planned, so have patience. And finally, number 6, always look to the bright side. After this is all over and you have walls around you, cost-efficient home essentials, plus wide open hallways, enough floor space for your special one to independently roam, you can look back and say, this wasn't about me, but it was so worth it.